Alright, good day once again. Welcome to my channel. This is Paul Herbert Clothing. Today we want to learn how to cut a cargo pant trouser with length 44, waist 36, hip 44, laps 30, knee 26 and ankle 24. Here the waist is measured and divided into 4. The hip is divided into 4, laps into 2, knee into 2 and ankle into 2. So now we'll get our flap measurement, which is 9.5, after we have gotten our waist, which is 36. Then we'll get the half length. The half length is 22, the full length is 44. Then after that, we'll rule out our lines. This is for the sitting, which is 9.5. This is the half length, which is 22, and this is the full length, which is 44. I added extra 2 inches for the allowance. Just as I said earlier, the hip is divided into 4, so the laps is divided into 2, which is 15. Then the knee is divided into 2 also, which is 13. Then remember, there is a constant 1.5 inch which is removed on the knee and the ankle side in order to give the trouser a perfect shape. So the ankle is gonna be 12. That is 24 divided by 2. Then you rule out the line. You get your curves by ruling out the line. So now you link the hip, the waist, you link it down to the laps line so that you can be able to get your sitting. Then you connect the dots, connect the 2 lines. After that, you mark out 6.5 for fixing the zip. Then 2, that is for the side pocket, 2 at the width, then the length 7, that is for the side pocket. Then you do your cutting. Yeah, this particular one is for the peep or belt holder. You can use it for the belt holder. So this is the perfect shape of the trouser, the cargo pants. After that, you rule out, you mark it to be able to identify the front and the back of the trouser. Then now we want to get the shape of the back of the trouser. The back is always bigger than the front because naturally our back side is always bigger than the front side. So after adjusting the trouser, from the flap side, the sitting, you mark out 4 inches. This particular measurement is not static. It's just for this particular cargo trouser. You mark out 3 on the knee and 2 on the ankle side. You rule it out. So after that, you mark out 4.5 from the waist. You link it up, then extra 2.5 inches from the waist side. You reel it down, then you join the rest. So after that, you do your cutting. So this is the back, this is the front, this is how it looks like. You mark it out for you to be able to identify the front and the back. Then you cut out your flap. This will carry the zip. You mark the front and the back part. This is the belt holder, just as we said earlier. So now want to draft out the material we use for the waist. Okay, but first of all, we need to cut the side pocket. The side pocket is 14 by 14. That is 14 by the width. That is 7. That is divided by 2 by the width. Then by the length, we'll get 14 again. This is for the side pocket. Then you do your separation and notch the down part. You roll it out for identification. Then this is gonna be a patch pocket at the back side. It's gonna be a patch pocket at the back side. The back side won't look like a cargo. It's not. It's just gonna be a back patch pocket. Alright, so that's all. The last one is gonna be the cargo. Okay, but before that, we need to cut out the belt, the part, that is the waist part. So I measured 5 inches. This is the first side of the waist, another 5 inches, cutting it out for the second part of the waist. So the last but not the least is the cargo. I'll do it in my next video. Thank you.